If it adds to my quality of life, makes me feel happier, helps my mental health, and helps me save more time and eventually helps me make more money, you can bet that I'll be splurging my money on these things. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm going to be showing you guys the 10 things that I would absolutely splurge my money on. Now, I did do another video on the things that I would not spend my money on, so you can go ahead and check it out over here. So this video will be surrounding the themes of health, wellness, time, productivity, and that's going to be the basis for this list. So the first thing on my list would have to be fruits and vegetables. Now, living in Korea, the prices of these things are astronomical. I have gone through months and months without eating fruits, and that had taken a toll on my body. I didn't have a lot of energy because I just didn't have enough nutrients in my body. My skin wasn't doing great, and overall I just felt very unhealthy. And therefore now, even though it's very expensive, I will make an extra budget just to be able to purchase these fruits and vegetables. We actually did run out of fruits, so I will be going outside today after I film this video to purchase some strawberries because it's almost the end of strawberry seasons, and strawberries in Korea are so delicious. Number 2 would have to be Pilates. Now, I actually only spent $7 per class for Pilates. Now, they do say that Pilates is like a rich mom hobby, and it's true because it is quite expensive. I did purchase a class package. Now, the more classes you purchase in a package, the less cost per class it will be. So that's the reason why I can only spend $7 per class, because I did buy a pretty big package. I had more than 150 classes for that package, but I did spend over $1,000. But I do have the entire year to do those classes, so I feel like it's worth it. I really do enjoy Pilates. It makes me feel great, helps me and my mental health, and so therefore I will actually continue purchasing these classes. I actually do also have a specific sinking fund to be able to purchase my next class tickets whenever they run out. Number 3 would have to be red light therapy. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's basically red light to help with anti-aging, pimple scarring, sometimes even helps with your muscle pain, joint pain, and even sleep. I first bought my Curtain Body LED mask, and that was around like $400, if not a little bit more. That really helped improve the complexion of my skin. Then I went down the rabbit hole. I got myself a panel because it was stronger, and now thanks to that panel I have gotten the best sleep in my life, as well as other benefits as well. So that's something that I would actually splurge my money on. Number 4 would be glasses and contact lenses. Now, I actually have very bad eyes, and I used to spend $700 just for one pair of glasses. Considering how expensive that is, that's something that I consider a necessity because I obviously need to see. Even now, moving to Korea, I spend more than $150 on my glasses, but even more so on my contact lenses because, again, these are a necessity. I need to see and need to feel comfortable. Number 5 would have to be insoles. I have severe flat feet, you guys. I cannot go hiking, I cannot go walking for long periods of time. Even when I'm doing Pilates, I struggle with certain movements just because I can't balance very well. And so I spent more than like $600 on 2 pairs of insoles because I need help with walking. And it is painful for me to be standing up all day or walking long distances. So that is something that I consider to be a necessity as well, and something that I will choose to spend my money on regardless of how much it costs. Number 6 will be apps. Now, if you told me 10 years ago that I will be spending my money on apps, I would call you crazy. There are apps out there that I use constantly that helps with my productivity, my focus, my time management, and that has to be GoodNotes and Forest. Now, GoodNotes 5 is what I have, and I refuse to upgrade to GoodNotes 6 because I don't want to pay for it. I already paid for the 5th version of it. I've used it a lot in my work, in my studies, and I'm still using it today even though I'm not a student anymore, and I find that it's a very useful app. The other thing would be Forest. So anytime I have a goal and I keep on looking at my phone, I use Forest to make sure that I stay off my phone and just focus on whatever I need to focus. This could be reading, studying, doing whatever it could be. But those 2 apps are the apps that I do not regret purchasing. Number 7 are flights. I'm actually quite tall. I'm like 5'8", 174 centimeters roughly. I would be on a plane for 6 to 7 hours, and the seat in front of me would be touching my knees, and it would be so uncomfortable. I couldn't even lean back because the next person would just tap my seat and tell me to like not lean back on them. So that has been a very uncomfortable experience. Another thing would have to be choosing my seat. I'm very particular. I want the aisle seat because I want to be able to get up and go to the bathroom freely without having to like bother anybody. And so I would actually spend more money to have a comfortable flight as opposed to saving money here and there and just being uncomfortable. So that's just me. 8 is hotels. So going back to the whole flat feet business, I actually have a trip coming up in October. I decided to splurge a little bit more on a hotel that's closer to the subway station in Bangkok, just because the last time I traveled to Japan, we were walking so much, my feet hurt, and this is before I had insoles. Just because of that trauma that I had, I splurged a little bit more on a hotel that was closer and more convenient for me to travel on foot so that I don't have to suffer. So hotels would be number 8. Number 9 is computer storage. Now, I have a MacBook and I do know that MacBooks are quite expensive, but for how long they last and how much you purchase them for, I do find that it's worth it. I do like to spend a little bit more money on upgrading the storage and everything else just because of how long I do plan to use my MacBooks for. Therefore, I always end up customizing my MacBooks before I purchase them. I don't ever buy the base model because I don't know what I might need in the future. So rather to be safe than sorry, rather to have it and not use it, I would spend more money on just upgrading my memory and my storage if I ever need it in the future. Number 10 would have to be my cats. No joke, they have replaced my therapist. Now, my therapist is great, but I do find that just having them around makes me feel more at peace, more happier. I would do nothing more than want to spend my money on my cats, whether that be because of cat toys, cat snacks. Obviously, vet bills and vet appointments are non-negotiable. But my cats are my babies, and if you're a cat mom, I think you would also understand. There is no amount of limit that I would not spend my money on. That concludes my 10 items that I would definitely splurge on regardless of how much it costs. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye!